Right, we could be just a few minutes or hours away from a long-awaited release. What's your expectation? Will we be disappointed? Will we be enthralled? What do you think is going to happen?
Well, I guess another case of President Trump. He's on his skis, ready to go down the slope, and the bureaucrats are still putting their ski boots on. He wanted to release the records this morning, and apparently last night, the Department of Justice, National Security lawyers were told to start reviewing the records. So we're very excited. There's 80,000 records, pages supposedly being dumped, and also roughly 15,000 FBI records we've never seen before. So we're very excited about the possibility. A little concerned that, the Department of Justice lawyers are looking at this. We don't know what criteria they're using. But I guess we'll deal with that when the time comes. There are a couple things I'm looking for. The first I'm looking for is the FBI files, obviously, because we've never seen them before. And most of the FBI files that are in the collection right now pertain to the mafia. Names withheld and that sort of stuff. So that's what I'm going to look at first. And then what we really want to know is there are records that the government possesses that were not in the JFK collection. In other words, not in the collection that the National Archives has control over. And I sent a letter to the White House counsel in February advising him of these records that are not in the collection. And we're hoping that whatever gets released, it includes these kinds of records. And they include Joe Needy's files, who was a liaison for the CIA with the Cuban exile group in New Orleans. There was also Donald Heath memo that he was the CIA person tasked over the weekend of the assassination to go down to Miami and determine if there's any Cubans involved in the assassination. He referred to records that no one has seen. We have David Atlee Phillips, who was head of misinformation for the CIA. His records are withheld. There's some stuff at Angleton, and there's some testimony before the House, this church committee that has not been released. And there's allegedly a tape that was sealed since the mid-'80s of Carlos Marcello in jail, allegedly confessing to being behind the assassination. So we're kind of looking for those things. There's not going to be a smoking gun. No one's going to be dumb enough to put something in writing and say, here's how we're going to kill the president. But just like the CIA has postponed the records because they're afraid that somehow a mosaic could be created by our adversaries about our methods and procedures, those of us on the JFK research side are also hoping that whatever comes out is going to give us a mosaic, more information that historians can put together about circumstances surrounding the assassination. So we're not going to see anyone saying here's who's going to kill the president, but we're going to learn about leads they pursued, people they didn't talk to or they talked to and chose not to, associations Oswald may have had with people in New Orleans and elsewhere. So, it's going to be stuff and it's probably going to take months to kind of get to the bottom of this. I mean, we've organized a group, and each one of us is going to be looking at different areas. And we've actually creating an AI search engine to try to enhance our ability to search the records.
Wow.